Hello, welcome to Cardboard and Plastic. Today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about player collecting. So I got some oddball items here. I have a starting lineup, 1996. I also have the 1997, I believe. NBA headliners. I have a Sports Illustrated for Kids card there, a postcard book, and with being a player collector, I use TCDB, the trading card database, and inside there's like this starting lineup card is on the checklist. So it's trading card database. If you're a player collector or set collector, I highly encourage you to go check it out if you haven't. The website's very clunky, but once you get used to it, there's actually even tutorials of like how to upload your card images in there. It's not that easy, but once you get used to it, it's a really cool website. And for me, right, there's probably 900 cards on the Rick Smith's checklist, and I think I'm up to like 550, and I just keep on looking out for new things. And sometimes, right, there's the individual cards, but sometimes you have uncut sheets. They count as different. So I'm always looking for those items. So I'll talk about that in a little bit. Before I do that, we got to talk about the drama in the hobby. We got Snipe. We got Probstein going back to eBay. And I think people want to know what I think about this. And I'll tell you, I don't care. I used Probstein, I think, on eBay one time. There was a 2021 Flawless Rick Smith's auto. I think I got the card for $27. By the way, did you hear? Like, I got the card. I didn't win, right? I paid $27 for the card. I probably got shill bid from 23 to 27. It doesn't bother me. I paid what I wanted for the card. It's in my collection. Now, going forward, I won't use Probstein at all. Like, that's how I vote in the hobby. I vote with my wallet. So a lot of people are just really upset, things like that. Just don't worry about it. Just don't use them. But I'll tell you, the hobby will still use them. I think a lot of people are probably going to be like, you know what? Looks like he does shill bid. He's probably going to get a lot of money for my card. I'm going to send him my cards. Right? That's what people care about in the hobby, right? Getting as much money as they can for their cards. So I'm just not going to use it. I encourage you to take a look at the evidence, make your own decision, whatever you can sleep with at night, right? Just go ahead and do what you think is right. So that's all I'm going to talk about. That, I think, forever there. I'm done with this nonsense. And let me show you some cool cards. Now, the thing about the hobby is a lot of people like right now are saying like, oh, I'm not buying as much, right? I'm really worried about things, the values of cards. I am buying more now than I have in the last couple of months. ComC has their Black Friday special. I've been buying tons of stuff on there, getting awesome deals. I bought a 1952 Larry Doby Bowman, $28, right? Beautiful card. It's ungraded, so it's probably fake, right? But I'm going to get those cards back from ComC. I think I got about 100 cards there. I'm going to use they have the bulk shipping for $25, but for like $33, I can get the cards back in a month quicker. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put in the order tonight. So hopefully in mid-December, I'll have a really cool ComC order to show you. And I'm still waiting for my SGC order to pop. Collectors is doing an amazing job of running SGC into the ground. It's just amazing. So let's talk a little bit about player collecting and some oddball items. So there's a lot of items that are on the trading card database checklist for Smiths, like postcards and things like that. And if you go to like ComC or other places, like there was a postcard that was $14, right? And I'm like, that's a lot of money for a Rick Smits postcard. Like, where does this thing come from? And I actually found that the postcard came from this Scholastic book. And I went to eBay, a couple of like online booksellers, and I found the book, and I got the entire book for like $6 to $7. And not only did I get for $7 the Smits postcard, but I got postcards for 30 players. And there's some awesome names in here, right? Like Patrick Ewing, Kevin Garnett, Alonzo Mourning, Arvydas Sabonis, right? And so we got Rick Smits. And so I got all this. Now, the only thing that upsets me a little bit is I don't want to rip it out. Got Chris Webber there. Steve Smith from the Falcons there. And here's Rick Smits, right? So I might want to try to find another one of these so I can actually take out the postcard to actually put it into my album. There's another seller, and there's a lot of times there's stamps as well in the trading card database. And there was a Smith stamp, and I think like a seller was selling the stamp for like $5-6 plus like $4 shipping. And I actually found the entire book of the stamps. It's from the Pro Stamps, and a couple of other like weird items that are on there that I found. Like they had like magnets are on there, so I got tons of like oddball items. But really, for the same price, I got the Smits stamp, and I got the stamps of all these other players. So going back to this card. So this card, I only paid like $1 for this, so that was fine. However, this is only part of the checklist. The other part of the checklist is to have the full uncut sheet, right? So I was trying to find the uncut sheet for this. Now, there's a player on there that it's her rookie card, or I guess her rookie card. And because of that, the uncut sheet goes for like $40. However, I decided I'm not going to look for the uncut sheet, kind of like that postcard book. I'm going to look for the magazine it came in. And I found a seller that sells magazines, and I got this for $12. So it's the April 1996 Sports Illustrated for Kids. We got Jolton Jr., so Ken Griffey Jr. And in here is the entire uncut sheet for a fraction of the price, right? And the reason it's expensive, this is Annika. Like, she's probably the greatest female golfer in history there. So that's why it goes for some money. A lot of people, like in mint condition, that card, PSA 10, goes for a lot of money, which is silly, right? So Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, great player there for basketball with the Denver Nuggets. Brandon Shanahan, right? So got that. And that uncut sheet is there. And also, I was looking there, there's some other cards in here. I'm going to go through this magazine and read it later tonight. But there's also these Hall of Fame cards there. So awesome, right? So definitely with oddball items and like perforated cards, if you ever see these things, try to find the magazines that they come from. You could get yourself the items for a lot cheaper. So, as I mentioned, I'm buying more than I have. I got some cool items coming in from eBay the next couple of weeks. I got I'm working again on my 1951 Topps blue back set. I have the red back set done. I want to try to get the blue back set done. So I got a couple of cards I bought from a seller on an auction on eBay. I told you I don't really do auctions. All I do for the auctions, though, is if I see cards I want, I just put my bid in, and then I ignore it, and then I get an email saying I've been outbid or I got the item, right? So I got the items. And I also bought a card that I haven't owned before, and it's a pre-war card, and it's a common that I bought for $160, right? So the first time I buy a card, I like to touch the card stock, investigate it, right? And the set that I bought the card, really like a Hall of Famer in that set, goes for probably now in like 2 condition over $1,000, right? So if you have a common guard going for $160, it's a pretty rare set. So I'm going to be excited to get that card in my hand, and I'll probably send it to SGC. Once I get cards that are over $100, right? And plus this card is an odd size card. I'm just going to send it SGC to get it slabbed for my frame for that card. So hopefully I got my, speaking of SGC, hopefully my order pops. It still hasn't. PSA or Collectors is doing an amazing job of running that company into the ground. I'll be surprised if they're still with us in 2027. But I got to finish my Wheaties wall before they go out of business. So I actually bought another Wheaties card as well. So I keep on buying now. And I have offers on other cards on eBay and on ComC. So let me know below in the comments. Are you still buying cards? Are you stopping right now? I think right now is a great time to buy if you're just not going after those high-graded PSA cards. There's tons of amazing deals right now. So, again, as always, thank you for watching. I don't know why you people do, but thank you for watching. Leave a comment below. Have a great day, and keep on collecting.